Hey y'all, what's up? It is 12:27. My eye is burning. It's been burning all day. Um, I had just came in from driving round trip to Greensboro to pick my son up. I drove to go get him, and then I drove to came back. I was going to get him in the morning, but I was like, I got a lot of stuff to do in the morning. I gotta wash clothes. I gotta clean up, and then I just want to go grocery shopping and chill and all that. I don't want to do that and then travel. So even though I went to work today, I laid on the couch to try to take a little nap for a while, and I couldn't get settled really. I slept, I think, for 20 minutes, and then went to go get him. I watched Raw on TV on the drive, like glanced at it and could hear it. So this is my understanding. Break it down. So the beginning of the show started with Rhea coming out. Rhea came out to address everything. I love the way that production had followed her all the way from the hall to the ring. And then when she comes out and says like 2 or 3 words, like, you basically ain't still what you thought you stole from me. You thought you stole Dom. Like, I ain't worried about that. You stole the title because I ain't never lose it, which is facts. So then in the middle of her talking, Dom comes out. This is how you know he is the villain, okay? Really. And this is why people loved Rhea. Because while Rhea was gone and Dom was talking, people were so invested in the story and stuff that he wasn't getting booed as much as he's getting like when he first started becoming Dirty Dom. So, ooh, that feels so nice. Yeah, so as much as he was when he was becoming Dirty, now he's back to the same amount of boos. Like, he barely could say anything again. Okay? So then what happened? Oh, so then Liv did her little thing on the video, and Rhea was like, I know you was too scared to come out here and face me, yada yada yada. I was like, that girl ain't gonna she probably somewhere in the back. Okay? Like, she gonna show up somewhere, sometime, somewhere. Okay? So then after that whole situation, Bronson's supposed to fight Sheamus. They was like, I think Sheamus got new music again. So production, I guess, ain't doing the graphics no more. Like, they'll do them in a commercial break when it was like showing Sheamus and Bronson like live, and they'll show like his country flag behind him and stuff like that. But they don't do the graphics on screen except for Cody Rhodes, which I don't understand why. So then, but they do the strobe light type thing. Like, so the first person I saw that had those cool lights like that was Imperium, and it was like the background was clean, like pretty white, and it was bright, and then you could see the lights, white lights coming down, stuff like that. So when Sheamus came out, he had him show like when he was like Brawling Boots came out by himself, and then they had the green lights, which is my color. Okay, so he came out. I missed that match. I was really focused on driving at that time because I get to a certain part of North Carolina. Half the time I lose signal for half a second, or when the lane goes from like 4 to 3 to 2, people don't know how to drive and merge. So I didn't really glance. So I didn't know who won. I was like, who won? So then Pete came out, and all I saw was Pete walking away, and then he turned around and attacked him, and then Sheamus got tsunami by Bronson. And the turnaround and attack I already knew was happening last week. I either thought it or tweeted it or said it in the video last week. I already knew that was going to happen, okay? Because I was like, I don't know. He felt like he was abandoned. So, Pete is going to do Pete, Pete, fight first, ask questions later. As I said, Pete, one of them people, like when he was Butch, is one of the people you need in your corner, okay? He not going to ask no questions. If you cool and you got beef with him, he got beef with him. He's squaring up. He stealing off on sight. Okay, that's Pete. So For him to attack Sheamus, I was not surprised. Like, that is very on brand for him. Okay? So then they show Rhea talking to Damien about, you know, holding stuff down and how much he missed her and stuff like that. Then she was like in the Judgment Day Club, and then she was asking when Carlito was in there, and it was like, that's a whole nother story and stuff like that. And but let me tell you something. So then, yeah, before Rhea had all that stuff that happened, Dominik gave Rhea a rose. Somebody was like, that's very Ari Guerrero of him. But Carlito is the best thing. Judgment Thing is the best thing for Carlito. Okay? Every faction has one person. If you let them cut promos, that's the comedic relief. Okay? The Bloodline, when it was just 3 of them, it was Jimmy. Okay? When it was just 4 of them, it was still Jimmy. When Sami joined it, it was Sami. You see what I'm saying? For a little bit. When it was before JD came about, it was Finn for a little bit. He has like dry humor. And then it became R-Truth when he thought he was part of Judgment Day. And stuff, and then like if they do that faction, like I've been saying with like Pretty Deadly, A-Town Down Under, and Logan Paul, it'll be Pretty Deadly. So I think those are the only factions I know. Oh, and then like for Damage Control is Oscar, because when she dances with the people, when she get her life, I be cracking up. I be living, okay. But every faction needs a comedic relief, because everybody can't be all serious. You gotta have somebody in the group that's gonna calm the group down by either humor or like reasoning that makes sense. So you need that. So like then Sami, you know, was talking to Dragonuv about him getting the title, and he was like, oh, you remind me of me, some, and I was like, no shade, Sami, and I like you, but Dragonuv is nothing like you, okay? And I know you're very much a tactician and stuff like that, but Dragonuv got that beast, that dog in him. Like, he got that beast in him, okay? Like, I see him within the next 3 years having a world title, okay? Like, the way he was carrying it in NXT and the matches that he had while he had it were incredible. Like, so I don't know. I don't see him as an IC person. I see him as a world heavyweight person. No shade against IC title. I mean, if that's what you want to be and that's what you want to have, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If he just wants a title, that's fine. Okay? But I see him like bigger than that, in a sense. And if he get both, that's cool too. Title is a title to me. Like, if I go down the Hall of Fame and all I had was 10 IC titles, but I'm still in the Hall of Fame, I don't care. Like, you can't come at me and be like, well, you ain't never had no title. Like, nigga, I had 10. Like, so you can't, you know what I'm saying? To me, the IC title is more so for like the underdogs, the mid cards. If we going by like weight class, people that are to a certain weight class. But then I can't say that at the same time, because I know Gunther is over that weight class. But that's what like the IC title, the US title, the North American title gives me. It's like, if we were going by weight class, that's what it would give me. But at the same time, like I said, Gunther, Uma Femi, Bobby Lashley, they shattered that as far as weight class, because all of them are huge. Okay. So then Zelina was talking to, was it Kathy she was talking to? No, I don't think it was Kathy. What's the other girl name? I'm sorry, Jackie. I think she's talking to Jackie. And they was asking her about her match, and she was like, basically, she don't care about none of them, Rhea or Liv, and if it wasn't for Dom, she would have been hold the title, which I concur. Like, I feel like at this point, she's becoming a jobber. I've seen her practice against her husband, like videos, She's very good. And I've mentioned before that when it comes to promos currently, she's definitely my top 5 for women cutting promos. Okay, she might be my, who did I have for my number one? Now I'm trying to reevaluate my life because I'm like, she might be low key number one. Okay, for a while it was Bianca, but the more promos Zelina cut, okay, Zelina might been made. She's still in top 5, but she might be number one. Okay, so she kind of, Sonya and them had came up talking trash to her, whatever. She have a match with Sonya. Of course she loses, and somebody was like, of course they're not gonna let Sonya lose on her first match back. And I was like, I understand that, but Zelina has not won a match at all. Like, and if she's won one, she's got to be like 1 for 32 in the past like 2 years. Like, and I'm just making up a number randomly, but she loses way more than she wins. And I know, like I said, it's a certain percentage that each like Hall of Famer and stuff win. It's like between like, which is crazy. Somebody was like, one Hall of Famer had like 27% of their matches they won, and then it goes up to like 47% or something like that. But I feel like she on the low end of like that 27%. Hell, she might be 15%. Because I think SummerSlam of 2022 to SummerSlam of 2023, I think they said Bailey had lost 80% of her matches. I was like, God dang. Like, that's crazy. But the reason why you don't look at it like that is because people are such a fan of Bianca, and at the same time, their story was still good. You know what I'm saying? They even added like Charlotte to it. The story is still good. Like, Zelina's not really a part of a story, like I said, not unless it involves LWO. So that's crazy. So then when she gets done fighting Sonya, Shayna and Zoe come out and attack her, and then Chance and Carter come out with Lyra. Okay, I gotta come out with a new name for them, because at first I had SNS for Starks and Shayna and Starks. That was the duo I was calling them. Now, okay, it's 3 S's. I was gonna say SS3S, Sonya, Shayna, Starks, but I think SZS might be better. Sonya, Zoe, Shayna, Zoe, Sonya. I don't know. I've got to work on it, because SNS, I like when I call them SNS. I think I'm going to replace SNS with SZS instead of Starks, and instead of Shayna and Starks, I'm probably just Shayna, Zoe, Sonya, or Sonya, Zoe, Shayna, so SZS instead. That's what I'm calling for now. I'm gonna probably come up with another name next week, but that's the best one that came in my head. Okay. So then Dom was upset about Damien not warning him about mommy, and he's like, bruh, I done told you, I done warned you about her. I was like, he should have brought up the thing on Instagram. Okay. He was like, so then Jay come up, and Jay was like, basically, word through the grapevine is mommy is single. Is she single? He's like, because I'm trying to get with her. And then he's like, yeah. And Dom like, wait. And she was like, well, she's not single, so whole match thing. He's like, tell me, I'm gonna say, the Friday after next reference. I was crying, okay? So he made an official match with Adam Pearce or whatever. So Damien goes out there and talks to Gunther, and this promo was one of the best things that happened tonight. Okay. So Gunther comes out after that, and Gunther basically was like, yeah, you got the chops, whatever, but you always talk about you grew up from the streets, this. He was like, you are street trash. And I said, look, not him calling him a street rat, like not him calling him a Latin. So, like my brain referenced street trash to New York. You know, like a lot of where he I guess grew up or was, you know, they got a lot of trash on the street, to being ghetto or whatever. But my brain also went to a Latin street rat. So Damien clapped back and basically like, you basically nothing but a spoiled entitled. Okay, that's how my brain said. And it was real close. They almost bumped heads or whatever. And then Braun came out. Braun Strowman, because it's a lot of them. It's 3 of them. I count Bronson as a Braun too. So it's 3 of them. So they come out. They come out with a match. The match is pretty good, and Damien takes home the win. I think he did this and went around and he ended up hitting where the timekeepers and stuff are, you know, pass on. That's one big son of a. I was like, that's why he got that shirt. That's why he got that shirt. So then, Chad comes out, comes into Adam Pearce's face, and then talking about, oh my God, I figured out that Uncle Howdy's Bo Dallas, this. He's like, I want to meet with him. So, you know, Adam says, well, he's like, oh my God, I gotta do everything around here. I'm gonna go meet with him. So, and Adam Pearce like, okay, like, go ahead and do what you do. I said, first of all, I said, my man Adam, they got this man stressed on Mondays, okay? Between CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Chad, daggone Bron Breakker, he is stressed. Luckily, none of the women are causing him this stress because Chelsea's not there no more. But I'm like, he be going through it with them, okay? Like them 3 alone, or three or 4. What did I say? It's late, y'all. I'm getting tired. Them 3. No, them 4. Y'all said 4. So he's like, all right. So then, Chad hears Alpha Academy talking, and he's like, yeah, you can help me come out here. I heard you talking, whatever. And Kerry cracking up because he said, what he say? He said, what is happening? And I was like, I'm trying to figure out the same thing. So he was like, once he said that, and then he's like, what is happening? And then ooh, my nail. So then he was like, oh, we not talking about you. We talking about getting together with, and then they show Woods. And Woods getting together with New Day to fight Final Test Day. I said, my son is freaking out right now. Y'all don't understand, okay? We've been watching since May of 2022, okay? My son loved the Bloodline down. Loved them down. And particularly Jey and Roman. But even when the Usos were together, that was his favorite tag team. Now, tied for second, okay? He has 4. But tied for second was New Day and Alpha Academy because they were interchangeable. Sometimes he'll like New Day second, and then sometimes he'll like Alpha Academy second. Then it's Street Profits. So for them two to team up, those 2 groups, even though it's only 1/3 of the New Day, my son is going to freak out next Monday. Like, he is going to be so excited to see them on next week. Like, he's gonna be so super excited. So when Otis was like, oh, okay, he was like, no. Cat was like, okay. He was like, nearly. He's like, no. So I said, well, he gonna go somewhere else. I said, he either gonna go out there by himself, or he gonna find the Creed brothers, and eventually they gonna start something that's Alpha Academy adjacent or something. Cause really, for real, I know the Creed brothers went to college at Duke. They wrestled at Duke. They won nationals, I think. I don't know if they qualified or are qualifying for the Olympics in this July or in the past. But when you got 3 stars of that caliber, like them two and Chad, you don't need an academy because you don't need to teach them nothing. So I don't know what would it be called if they ended up having a faction together. But we know it's coming, okay? And I feel like that could cause tension between Maxine and Ivy if they let it go there. Because normally when the women do like a big group tag team, them two team up together because they are allies with Alpha Academy. But now since Chad and the Alpha Academy are on the outs, does that affect the women? Does that affect the Creed brothers with Otis and Akira? Like, how does that work? You see what I'm saying? So I was trying to I don't know how that would work. So then my girls came out there, and I'm so mad because I was so focused on the role, I didn't get to see them wrestle at all. But y'all know I love Katana and Kaden Down. Okay, my favorite tag team and on the main roster currently. Okay, I love man or woman. They are my favorite. They are my favorite. And then they ended up fighting SNS, Shayna and Starks, and yeah. So Pat was like, they're like peanut butter and jelly. I was like, yeah, because they mesh so well together. Like, they are literally one person. And that's the reason why I love them. Not only do they bring the fun to the ring, but I don't know how often they practice together, but you can't tell me they ain't practice together all the time. You can't tell me that they not like twins mentally. Like, they telepathically know what, because the moves that they do are so in sync with each other. The only part about that is if they ever decide to go their separate ways, I wonder how that would be for the both of them, because they're so like this, like they're literally one person when they move in sync, that it'll probably be hard for their brain to be like, okay, I don't have her for this. You know what I'm saying? And Katana was going off today. Okay? She let Kane lift her up and do the dang, what is that move called? I was gonna say the tug of war or something like that. I forgot what it's called. But eventually they ended up losing. They had to run a knee. I think Sonya tried to do something to the girls and Lyra tried to stop her, and Lyra ended up getting beat up. And then them three ended up in the ring. They was like, oh, that's gonna be a problem. You know what I thought, honestly though? I thought that after when they did that little situation in the ring, that Alba and Ilja was gonna come back out there and say something to them. Because, yeah, we know that the Stormiest duo wants their titles back. Okay? We know Bianca and Jay want their titles back. But it's only a matter of time before Alba and Ilja come back into contact with SNS, with Shayna and Sparks. So, I honestly think we should keep Raw the women's tag team titles in the house at Raw. Like, I really do. And I really do think that if we're going to do, we should do like how the women has a North American NXT title, we should have a women's USA title in SmackDown. It makes sense. To me, logically, it makes sense. Because over there, outside of like Chelsea and Piper, who the Stormiest duo want to compete for the tag titles? Naomi's by herself, Bayley's by herself and has a title. Tegan, they only do dark matches with. She ain't even been on TV yet. Daggone, Nia and Tiff could do it, but Nia's about to be champion, I believe. B-Fab don't really wrestle. She's more like a manager type situation. Elektra fights if she has to, but she don't really fight for real either. And I think that's it. Blair's a singles competitor. Is that all the women? I think that's all the women on SmackDown. I'm trying to reevaluate my life because I'm like, I don't know. And then Charlotte's going to be there when she comes back, but she's still a singles competitor as well. So, who knows? The new girl they signed, we don't know where the hell she's going. Okay. I don't know. I mean, she's a beast, so they could put her in SmackDown to shake things up. But I feel like for her to have like a good development story, or a good development story with great matches, NXT is the best bet. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what the hell the creative team and Sean come up with. And this is outside of even them crossing paths with TNA, but the women down there and the stories that they have down there and just the talent that they have coming out of there, like that show, I think, in my opinion, showcases the women just as much as they do the men. It's equal opportunity. SmackDown gets it better. Sometimes it's off, sometimes it's not. And most of the time, if they showcase the women as much as they do the men, it's more so of promos more than a match. So if it's 3 and 3, like everyone in total, 6 segments and or matches, the men will probably get 2 matches in 1 segment, and the women probably get 2 promo segments in 1 match. So it's still 3 and 3, but as far as in ring, it's more so still the men. But I feel like in NXT, it's not like that. Or it don't seem like that. It seems like if the women have a match, it's even. It's 2 matches for the men. It's 2 matches for the women. And then Raw is predominantly, they show the men. They might have like some segments with women, and they'll have like 1 or 2 matches with the women. One segment with the women, 1 or 2 matches, but the rest of it's men. And it's that's a 3-hour show. But excuse me. So yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I picked up my baby. I thought he was gonna be gone for 4 days. He left for 2 days. This is day 2. I dropped him off Saturday at about I want to say like 5. And then he spent Sunday there, went to church with them, and then came back, texted me, and was like, Mom, I think I'm ready to come home today or tomorrow. And I was going to get him tomorrow, but I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I don't want to have to stop or postpone, what I'm doing, and then go get him and then come back and finish, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to finish. But so then they cut to, Dom and Rhea again. Rhea trying to explain herself. I think she was like throwing the pedals at him. Or that might have been the promo before. And she was like, he basically was like, I'm basically trying to fight for her honor and her forgiveness. Because he was like, I done set up a match with Pearce about Jey. Jey talking about, like, basically he wants you. And I told him, no, like, you belong to me. And I said, not you belong to me. And she's like, and walked off. And I said, I went like this emoji and the roll eyes emoji. I'm like, that's not what you say. Like, some women think that's cute. I'm like, but if you, from the other perspective, is like basically, I own you type situation. Like, you don't say that to no female. It'll be different. It was like, I had a match with Jey because you're supposed to be my mommy. You're supposed to be, like, because you're my girlfriend. You're my mommy. Like, different. But not because you belong to me. I said, and it got me. Then Carlito, I don't even know what he said, but I know it had to be funny because the whole audience was cracking up eating the apple. I was like, it's comedic timing. It's like, I need to go back and watch the clip because I was like, what? What is happening? So then, Adam comes out there, and Pat calls him a scumbag, and he basically addresses Drew. So people are like, oh my God, I thought Drew was suspended. I said he's supposed to be suspended for 2 weeks. He ended up being suspended for 1. He's here. So then some people was like, we missed Drew. I'm like, he only been off TV 1 week. Okay? Like, if he ain't been gone 700 weeks, that's like when we thought Jey was leaving for good, and my man was only gone for 2 weeks, and then he came back and he was part of Raw. Okay? Like, and that was that transition was, I ain't gonna hold you, was a little, weird. I also say I ain't gonna hold you, that promo between Gunther and Damien was it. Okay? That was a good promo. But, yeah, so he come out, Drew comes out, Drew's talking about something, I want his head on the spike, give us the match. Basically, Punk is going to be cleared by then, which I knew. And he wants to fight me badly. I want to fight him just as badly. So I'm like, okay. So then he's like, basically like, if you think Punk going to fight Seth before he fight me, you got another thing coming. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I want you to do is to apologize to these refs because they trying to do their job. And you knocked them out. Because I was like, Wade was the hero that day. Wade had to push Adam back. Okay? He jumped. That nigga jumped over the chair or something. Pushed Adam back. Yeah, it was quick. Because when they showed the replay, I was like, dang. I ain't seen it from that angle. It was a different angle. So he pushed him back and it was like, no. You're going to get suspended even more or lose your job messing. Like, don't do that. I'm like, that's your friend. Okay? Because other people just let you be like, and just be looking. So, he's like, just apologize. I make the match official, basically. So, Drew looking. I said, now one thing CM Punk and Drew got in common is their pride. That man is not about to apologize. Like, why? He don't think he did nothing wrong. So, because he got screwed. You know what I'm saying? So he don't apologize. And because he don't apologize, Adam suspends him, prolongs his suspension. So now he pissed. So he about to come out. Boom, and then you hear Seth's music. Seth came out in his leather pants and a fur coat. I don't even know what shoes he came on and start beating the hell out of Drew. And then they told Drew to get up out of there because he's suspended. He ain't supposed to be in the building no more. So Cole was like, the only difference between, well, I don't like, he said, I don't like it. He said, because if you want to be technical, Seth got screwed too. See, glaring my glasses. And I said, that's true. He did get screwed in Money in the Bank. Okay. So he was like, he got screwed too. So he was like, but he ain't out here, bitching about it. So he was like, if you want to be like that, like, you complain too much. Like, everything not gonna go your way. It's the entitlement for me, and I've been saying that for weeks. Like, why do you feel like you're entitled to all these matches in front of all these people? Now, the rule was in the carousel, okay, in life, I don't know how it works in WWE, is when you lose something or opportunity, not unless you press, keep pressing, like your boss or whoever's in charge, and you finally get on their nerves and they cave in. But normally when you lose your shot or something, a turn, playing a game, something, you got to go to the back of the line. Like, why you think you could cut all these people because you complain that all these opportunities were missed because of one person? And we're not saying that it's true or not, okay? But you think you could keep jumping the lane. It's plenty of men on this roster that want the same chances you get. Why do you think that it's you? And AJ Styles is becoming like that too in SmackDown. Why y'all think y'all? Why? Okay, because Breakker is becoming like that too. It's the entitlement. It's like the segment of entitlement. Okay, a set of entitlement. Okay. Let me rewind before I get to that. So, Liv, when Rhea was talking to Dom, so they was like Liv versus Rhea at SummerSlam. We gonna see each other SummerSlam for the title. So I said, ooh, okay. So I was like, no shade, okay, no shade. Whoever's entitled of booking these matches, let that match be the main event match. And I love the bloodline down, okay? Love the story they got with Cody Rhodes and Randy and all that. Not gonna hold nothing against them, okay? But I don't think that this story is good as the Rhea Liv story for it to be the main event. And it's not, and it's no shade to this, because in all honesty, I didn't think that Roman should have main evented Backlash last year. I thought it should have been Bad Bunny, because he's the #1 streaming artist and he was the host, versus Damien. That should have been the last match. Like, after that match, because I remember that match was so like entertaining, I forgot that Roman had a match. Like, I don't care if someone is a champion. I feel like and technically, and Liv is a champion too, okay, but champion or not, I feel like it should come to, if the main event is supposed to be a match that everyone is anticipating seeing, okay, and that's what basically the main event definition of a main event is. It should be based off of the story that everyone anticipates seeing. And I don't care if y'all have to get people in corporate to look at the numbers as far as TV ratings go. Okay, so during this time we had the most views versus during this time on this day we had the most views. Because if y'all do it like that, then I feel like Rhea and Liv would get the main event type situation. The only reason why I feel like Solo and them might get it is because of the bloodline, stuff like that, and what they did to Randy and all that. But other than that, Rhea and Liv should be main event. Rhea versus Liv should be main event. And if not, somebody was like, oh, they should make it a triple threat with CM Punk, Drew, and Seth. I don't think so. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. That's gonna be a good match if they did have a triple threat. But I feel like Drew and Seth need their do-over because he wasn't 100% in WrestleMania. So we got a match that was decent, but I know the match could have been way better. And because Seth got shorted because of Drew, that harvests his feelings. We need a redo of WrestleMania. We need a whole match of just them two. Okay? So we need 3 matches. Okay? Then we need the match with Drew and CM Punk. This is why this don't need to be a triple, because of the long history of him getting antagonized and all that other stuff by Punk. His head, Punk is so much in his head that even if Punk wasn't messing in his matches, okay, the past 3 months, because he knows, or whatever Punk has said to him, and he's taunting him and he got him up here, he'll blame it on him. And he'll be like, I ain't win because I was thinking about what Punk said, or I thought Punk was going to show up. Man ain't touched you. Man ain't say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So that needs to be a match. And then we need the original WrestleMania match. Instead of Seth and Drew, we need the Punk and Seth. Okay? So whenever them 3, I don't care if it's Seth and Drew next week, and then the week after that is Drew versus Punk, and then the week after that is Seth versus Punk, or whatever. What the hell happened between Survivor Series and SummerSlam Survivor Series That's two. You got October, September. So whatever. What is that? Crown Jewel. Fastlane, or I don't know what y'all doing. Bad Blood, or something like that. And Bash at Berlin. I think those are them three, and then Survivor Series. So whatever y'all do, have that. Okay, like do it like that. And then like the that's why I said triple threat match is gonna be good. Like we're not negating that at all. Okay, we know them three can cook in the ring. I just want to see the artistry of each one doing it individually. Because y'all know I like matches, watching matches after watching stories unfold. Because to me, it makes it that much better. So that's what I want to see. Now, if WWE decides to pick a triple threat match, I'm still going to watch it. Okay? That's not going to stop me from watching it. But I'm like, dang, I wonder what it would have been like if them two would have had a match by themselves. Like, but I'm still going to watch it. Okay? And then after he did all that, he's talking to Pat. Pat over there singing Seth's song in the thing, talking about, oh, I missed you. You know what I also missed? And he did it today, was when he do the little playback with his thing like he on ESPN. Like, I like when he does it. I don't know why. It gives it more of a, like, WWE is so, like, lax now in the sense of it lets people be themselves that I'm here for it. Like, Cole was talking to Pat about, oh, you don't have to go to the bathroom during a commercial break and stuff like that, do you? And then they were showing picture in a picture, which they did last week, which I love, because I'm like, some show stuff, some matches are like good enough. I'd be like, I don't want it to be no commercial. Like, do we gotta look at a commercial? But like I've heard, I think on a YouTube video that popped up, it was like past commentators couldn't go to the bathroom like 6 hours or drink 6 hours prior to, or go to the bathroom. And I'm like, how are you going to tell somebody that can't go to the bathroom? Like, that's crazy. You in the elementary school. So if I don't drink nothing all day, or I haven't drank nothing since lunch, and I went to the bathroom prior to, but I still gotta go, you gonna tell me I can't go? Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know. That's weird. Because my son used to, when he was in kindergarten, he's very soft-spoken, except for when he's playing a game. So, and that's because he can't have hear, because his headphones on, so he talks loud thinking he's talking soft. So when he got to kindergarten, he'd be like, in his brain register, he has to go to the bathroom last minute, or late. So when he goes to the teacher, he'll be like, I have to go. And he'll ask. And it'll be too late before they say yes or no. And he about to use the bathroom. He had a couple accidents. I just tell him, dog, if you got to pee, get up and go to the bathroom. Like, I don't care if they call me and say something to me after. I'm telling them, yeah, I told him to go. Like, you can't, like, I understand they try to regulate stuff like that because they don't want kids and stuff like that playing, or people playing, like, in bathrooms or doing inappropriate things, especially like adults in bathrooms, stuff like that. But if I really got pee, you can't tell me I can't use the bathroom. Like, that's crazy. Like, so now, because my son is considered special needs, he has in his plan that he can get up and go to the bathroom whenever he wants. He holds up a sign, he goes and goes. Like, y'all not about to sit here and tell me, because if I get a call, y'all get a call every day saying, oh, he just got up and went to the bathroom without asking, okay, what you want me to do? If I gotta pee right now, or if I gotta use the bathroom while I'm at work, I'm going to the bathroom. Like, that to me is crazy. But I like that. And I like the fact that Cole is loosened up more. I like the way, of course I love the way Pat commentates, because I was like, I'd be something similar to Pat. Like, with certain people, like, I'd be like, dang, she lost that match. But she looked good though. It was like her hair and her makeup and her gear was they got it, she looked good. Like, they got it together, okay? Like, that'd have been me in the comments. like I'd try to find something positive. Or they were like, oh, Seth, I'm like, oh, he beat the hell out of him. Okay. The fur coat and all. Like, I wouldn't have cared. I would have, whatever, I'd have been, okay. You know what I was thinking too? I was like, they in Dayton, Ohio. Ain't that where they do NASCAR at? Like, they could have had fast lane there. If they was going to have that this year. But I don't think they're going to have that this year. So then, sorry. Okay, so then, they showed the Pat McAfee show, and they showed that they had the little video. He's like, it interrupted my thing. So they showed the VHS, and my thing is, why is they doing this on VHS? Like, this is a kidnapping video. Like, I know it's supposed to give like horror movie and stuff like that, but now it's giving like kidnap. Like, all I could think about when they show the VHS is, you know how them old movies and stuff like that be like, they have a camcorder and somebody be sitting there in the chair like, or, Libby, there's some things that I've done to get to where we are and have a comfortable life. And they want $2.5 million or you will never see me again. Like, it's giving ransom note. Like, what is that's exactly what comes to my mind. Like, what? But it was crazy to see Roman on the WWE, because my first thought was, wasn't he gone? Did he he took a break, or he went to another company? And I was like, or has he still been signed and was doing like behind the scenes work? Because I was like, where he been at? And he tall as hell. Okay. I think he taller than Braun. I'm trying to think about that match they had in like I think it was 2017. I can't remember what year it was. I know it was a while ago, because I watched it this past Easter. His uncle has a cookout and the Easter egg hunt for the kids, and while he does that, he looks at, like, he has on rotation like WWE matches on YouTube. LJ's grand pop-up. He's a big fan, and so that's what he puts on for him. And I was like, and everybody was in it. That's how I know it was old, because I was like, some of these, I was like, half of them had passed. But I think, and I was like, where has he been at? Okay, so during the Jey and the Dom match, I say it was a pretty even match. Dom was out there hot though, because his cheeks were pink. And then me and my son's face gets like that. If we're real cold or real hot, tip of our nose gets pink and our cheeks get pink, fried, flustered, you know. So she comes out, he ends up falling on her. Then she turns around and she is on top of him. And then Rhea comes out. So Rhea comes out, she runs back into the audience. And then I think Jey spears him, and then Frog Flashes and pins him. But my thing was, because y'all know I'm still driving, when the hell did she come out? Like, I missed all that. I missed the entrance of, like, when Jey came out. I think I caught the entrance of that. Speaking of the clubhouse situation, Liv was talking about she ain't care about the whole like, she wasn't upset that Liv helped him get the titles. It came back to house. Now she gotta get her title, and then and Damien got his title. So I'm like, Judgment Day really do run Monday Night Raw. If it's not them, it's Seth and Drew. Because when I tell you, some member of the Judgment Day was almost in every segment of Raw tonight. They were in almost every segment. That's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt like. Like somebody was in something. Okay? And I still love the Raw tag team titles better than the SmackDown ones. SmackDown ones grew on me, but them Raw ones are nice. I don't know. It's like the women's and the men's one over there, but I really like it. All of the titles over there got that circle crest with the like rigid edge type situation, I think. But yeah, so Jey ended up winning. I'm like, so what you gonna say to mommy now? Because at first you had told her you got the match, so she was like, you ain't have to do that. So then you was like, I canceled the match. She was basically like, what are you, a punk? Like when you start, now you trying to do all this to defend her honor and you lose. Like, this is not going well for you. You should just let that alone. Okay? Then if he trying to make a Pat Miller try to make a pass at her, then you schedule a match. But you trying to do all this to try to prove yourself and that everything is innocent and all this other stuff. You done dug a bigger hole for yourself. Because now, not only do you not look innocent, homegirl done came back out there and you lost. Try to defend your honor of being her dom and you lost. So I'm like, oh, Lord, you can't win for losing, dog. Like, what is happening? So then Chad come out there. He get his friends, the Creed brothers. So I'm like, okay, so he ain't come alone. As soon as that happened, Wyatt 6 come out. It gets dark. The Fireflies show up. And I think the Creed brothers got the hell up out of there. I don't even know what happened because I got to go back and watch that, to be honest, because I think I was parking and going in the house to get my child. But that was crazy. So I don't know the logistics of everything, but what did Chad do to Bo in order for the Wyatt 6 to come get him? Because they said they was coming to get everybody, that had interfered or something like that with them. So someone was like, basically Jey and the Usos are on that list. Chad is on that list. It's like a lot of people on that list. So my thing also too wasn't Braun Strowman originally a part of the Wyatt 6 or the Wyatts? So why isn't he a part of this? They asked him in like creative and he didn't want to be, and he's trying to do his own thing outside of it? Or is this a new like Wyatt type family? Because I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been rewatching that long. In the past 2 years, this has not been mentioned. Like as far as like him being in it and stuff like that. Like I had to watch old videos that came up and everything. So then it was the Dragonuv versus Sami match, and people were voting online like who would win, Sami or Dragonuv and stuff like that. And I was like, Sami gonna win. I said for numerous reasons. One, he's not giving up that title, not unless he probably loses at a PLE, because most of the time now they don't let them lose if it's not a PLE. Like they don't lose on a Friday or Monday, which they should, but they don't. And if it is on a Friday or Monday, it's the Friday or Monday before or after PLE, like with DIY. Or was it? What did they fight at Money in the Bank? Or was they fight that Friday before? I don't know. So then at 2, okay, I knew Braun was going to interfere somehow. I said he had another issue with Braun because Braun had came up, did his thing. Oh, well, you let him schedule a match with Dragonuv. He's supposed to have a match with me. Anything they got to do with the IC title goes under me. Then he talking about, oh, I'm going to attack who you first and not who you approved to have this match with. And that was the Jey versus Dom match. So I'm like, not you going out there. So when he ended up interfering in their match, it dinged and it was a disqualification. So technically Sami won. Then he went in there and got Dragonuv. Then he started beating Sami. Sami started beating the Mac. That man went from rope to rope to rope to rope and speared the hell out of them. I said, at this point, okay, to me, Edge still has the best spear in the game, and that's nostalgic and stuff. I grew up. Bobby got a pretty strong one too. At this point, as strong and stuff as Breakker is, I'm gonna need him to have a match with Omar Finney. I need him to have one with Jacob Fatu. I want him to have one with Braun Strowman. Both of the Brons. Bronson Reed, I don't know where my man Ivar is, but he need to have one with him. Okay. He also need to have one when Bobby come back with Bob. That'll be a good match. Because they all strong as hell. Okay. And each of them styles is a little different. So you're not going to get like the same stuff. But I want to see him fight them because his power is crazy. Like, and I feel like him and Jacob, like, would be so good. So good. Like, I almost got chills thinking about that. But, I can't wait to see how next week is going to go. I think as far as, like, if we're going to see, like, Miz and R-Truth and the whole thing with Damien and Gunther building up. I can't wait to see New Day Alpha Academy versus Final Testament type situation. I can't wait to see the promos and stuff with Rhea and Liv. I don't know where that's coming from. And I feel like Zelina might be having another match sometime soon with one of the girls. I don't know who, but I'm excited. It is 1:26 in the morning. So I am about to cut this off and go to bed, okay? I will try to make a video tomorrow after TNA. But if not, I don't want to sleep. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. Sweet dreams. All the blessings and prayers. And love you all. Bye.